thing I started seeing screenshots, started sending me screenshots of some people from his family calling me, and I called him. He didn't pick. I sent him a text. He read it and blocked me. So when he blocked me, I was really hot and I was really angry, and I blocked him back every week. I made my decision that I will never, ever talk to him again.
I remember I said it. In this house, I'll be very caring and looking after everyone and everything. But chairman, when we leave this house, person will call me, I will be there for her. If I don't get the opportunity, don't blame me that I'm overbooked. Queen has always been about fans. So
when fans talk to me, I don't listen to them. Don't say that.
I did not block Queen. I can't block Queen. We're not enemies.
I'm not friends with Maria outside the house.
At all.
No, I'm not. Like, I remember the first time I saw her was at Michael's party, and, you know, she had mentioned to me just, you know, out of the blue, that she just said, oh, my friends think that you and Nini don't have my back. That threw me, you know, off, because I'm just like...
Just off the cuff like that?
Just like that, really. And I'm just like, first of all, who's your...
Hello guys, welcome back to Fklef TV. And today is the finale and the Big Brother Nigeria reunion, and of course I'm here to be your eye and everything through the house today. So yes, like I always say, due to some copyright reasons and YouTube Wahala here and there, we might not really be able to show you TV straight up, but we'll definitely be able to show you some sneak peek here and there. So tonight is starting with according to Ebuka, they saved the best for the last, and Ebuka is asking them which of the housemates is limited, and most of them are saying white money in the house. White money was very available, and outside the house they're trying to reach out to him and he's nowhere to be found. So that's just basically.
Thank you! Tigger, even if I come out to say it was a game, of course it was a game, everybody knew it was a game.
Why didn't you say
No, Tigger, you already had an issue.
So right now, Tega and Kerry are
You already had an issue.
having an
that-
You
argument.
know what feels like someone to go to your comment section and telling you, you smell like fish.
Tigger, that
Okay,
was
so
the
Tega
issue.
is angry at the
That
fact
was not
that
the issue that
Kerry
was
and
affecting
Boma had
you.
a conversation
The issue, no.
about harassment.
The issue that was
So
affecting
Tega
you
is
was
angry at the fact that
the
Kerry was part
perceived
of
notion
that
that
conversation.
you, as a married woman, according to, you know, had something to do with Boma in the house.
Boma and Queen still had a lot to say on the Tega Gate issue.
So
You said in the house,
everybody's saying Boma
you
and Queen
didn't
still have
understand the game.
a lot to
But
say
we've been out now,
about
it's
the
been 8
whole
months.
thing
So I
in the
just want to
house.
know why you haven't said anything about the question game. You know that I didn't tell Perry. At least now you
Okay,
know.
so
You
Boma
obviously
is
said
saying that
nothing
it's
about
been
it.
8 months outside the house, and I think Queen should clear the house, what really happened about him and Perry, because you know Queen was the one that said Boma told Perry that Tega
I didn't
smells
say
like
anything
fish.
bad about you, and I don't have anything to say to you.
Emmanuel and Lico Rose addressed the dynamics of their
So
relationship.
Emmanuel
Once
and
again,
Licorice
First of all,
address.
I know for a fact that I never asked Rose out.
So Emmanuel is saying he
Never
never
agreed
asked
the fact that
Rose
we were
out.
dating with boyfriend,
That they
I was a
never
boyfriend,
made
I
it
was my
official.
girlfriend.
Bro, what are you talking about? You collected she passed
Where
money.
she claimed that, oh, I left my girlfriend
You were
outside.
always saying
One,
I'm
you never
lost.
put
I mean,
the
how
label to
you
whatever
say
we
you
had.
guys are never boyfriend and girlfriend.
Clearly,
Yeah, it was the crime.
you agreed to be in a
So
relationship.
Rose is saying that
I
it
don't
was
like
fine.
you saying it like this. Yeah, it was defined.
So Rose is saying that Emmanuel is saying it as if she asked him out.
Wait,
Please don't crazy.
don't sit down there and lie against me. I've heard so many, I've been keeping quiet. Sorry. I'm respecting you, but
Thank you.
it's a lot for me to take right now.
So you're saying you didn't say that?
No.
When did
So
you
Emmanuel is saying that he never asked Rose out, and this is not making any sense to me.
I didn't kill anybody. Love happened for me. I can't blame myself for that. God can help me this way. I'm emotional like that. You understand? But if you
So
are
Emmanuel
not
is
stupid
saying
emotional
emotional like that, love happened for
you gave me
her.
that
So
vibe.
she's
You
not going
still gave me that vibe.
to push it aside that they ever dated or something.
bro. You went on Instagram to block and unblock me to make it look like I unfollowed that we unfollowed each other. That's so childish, Emmanuel.
So Ross is saying that Emmanuel went to Instagram to block and unblock her to make it look like
we
they unfollowed each other. And that was so childish.
What was that shit that was just for me?
I'm guessing you're saying that even though your exclusivity was not defined, she gave you the impression that you were exclusive.
Why? It was defined.
Okay, so Ross is saying that
I'm
it
still
was
relationship.
Of course it was.
Because
The previous talks, they have always been talking about gender in relationship.
Yes.
There was no peaceful resolution at the end between Cross and Angel.
Okay, so they are saying there were no peaceful resolution between Angel and Cross.
Yes, I'm pretty much like Cross or whatever, but I'm a very emotional person, and
The person
I know
is
what I want at
a
every
very
time.
emotional person.
And I know for a
and-
fact that I honestly, sincerely care about you,
And
100%.
you honestly,
And
sincerely cared about
if
Angel.
our relationship that we had was pretty much nothing, for you to come in here and pretty much insult me, saying that I did not do anything for you, to me, I think that's a very, 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 very big lie. Because I pretty much
So
have
Chris is saying
of
that
every seat.
if the relationship was so infinite to Angel
See,
that
what,
she
like,
feels
if I'm
like
to
you
count
never
the
did
things,
anything
like,
to her, then that's fine.
I've
Or
done
just-
For them, not to me. You can say, oh, my dad, that's my mom, this.
Angel, I respect you and I respect your family so much that I don't even want to be able to say the things I have done.
Like,
So Chris is saying that you respect Angel's family so much that he doesn't even want to talk about the things he has done
Because
for
I'm
her.
getting just a very good friend, but now regretting why I did that. I'm regretting why I did
So
that.
Chris is saying that he's regretting why he did some things he ever did for Angel.
Loudly, this thing you go. Like, Angel, just try to understand it.
but when you were sick, I cooked for you.
But when you were speaking,
Why is Angel hammering on this? I cooked for you, I cooked for you.
Are you serious?
yeah, but when you were
And
speaking,
I'm never available for you. Then don't say I'm never available. But every time
when you were speaking, I'm not there for
so
you.
please.
So Angel is saying that every time Cross
If
calls
someone
her,
calls you, the person will take
She's
almost
always-
2 weeks to get to you. If you don't want to talk to the person, yes, you do that same way you're doing in the house, you're doing it outside again. Obviously, I'll ask the child, I'll ask parent, what's wrong with Angel? Today, Angel will decide not to talk to you. And if I want to talk to you and I'll speak to you, and I want to do something, I have to find a way to sign in with you. I'll probably have to call Bobo. Bobo will tell me they cannot reach you. I'll probably call Lola. I'll call your dad. I'll call everyone that I get to get to you. So it's still not possible. You always do that. It's very, very exhausting.
God.
The theft issue in the house was also addressed by the housemates.
They said I stole my chicken.
So you think Tega took the chicken? Just to clarify. Because that's what was
So
said.
they're talking about the
That's what
first
was
issue
said.
that happened in
So you
the
think she
house.
took it? Why do you think she took it?
Where
Well, I
they
think
said
at some point I
that-
found out at some point because I don't start calling names. I was done for
You
it.
have to call him, sorry.
Sammy said he doesn't want to call
You have
me.
to call
Like,
me.
I mean, well, that stole chicken.
Sam, you don't
I mean,
we're
that's
not
so
friends right now.
sad.
I'm very serious. We're not friends right now. You need to
So
start
then I
calling the
say
names
that
of the
she's
people that
some
made you
call
feel like
names,
took
names of
I'm
people
going through comments
that made you thought that she stole
Are you
chicken.
serious?
So then I'm trying to understand something right now. So you went online to look for a random video within
Are you
some month ago
kidding me right now?
and brought it on Twitter. I don't understand what's going on. Are you for real?
I went to go and look for a random video.
I'm
And
just,
brought
because
is
people
it
are,
a joke or
I
something?
just went out and I couldn't beeping things. I'm like, what's up?
Can you please drop this chicken matter? It's just drumstick. You need to stop, I beg. We have pressing issues
Yes.
here.
So let's continue this.
No, you must be mad. You will continue.
Tega say you want to go. Tega say Sammy must be mad. Guys, we are not, we die here. You
I'm
will
not
tell me the
kidding
people
right now.
that.
Like, I'm very serious.
You don't want to apologize. You still insist on him
I
telling you.
still insist on
So
you.
Tega is
I
saying
don't
that
care who told you that stuff,
she
isn't it?
insists on
Okay.
him
But I
telling
still
you
insist
those
on you.
that
Still going back
said she
online
stole the chicken.
Like,
to put out a disclaimer.
see, sometimes there's no deep like this.
We touched on
It's
some
true,
unresolved
sometimes it's
relationship
not like
drama.
that.
I like
Just-
prayer from the beginning when I entered the house.
So Beatrice is
I
saying
saw
that
this
she likes
fine
prayer
guy called
from the
guy,
beginning when she
and I
entered
really
the
liked
house.
him, and something wanted to happen. I think I'm alive. They wanted to happen like
Okay,
that.
please, leave him.
Yeah, it's my truth.
Yeah.
Something wanted to happen, but
Something
then,
like what?
like I think couple things.
Okay.
Beatrice is saying something wanted to happen between
Think
her
about
and
it.
Perry and the
What she
point.
said.
If guys don't want to say something,
I was like, like chasing for like
She's
3
saying
months.
that
You know,
as a
or
fine
maybe-
girl, she was expecting him to chase her.
Or 3 weeks. Or 3 weeks. But it was just 3 days, and this guy left me for another girl.
It was just
and I
3
was
days,
like,
and this
okay,
guy
you can
left
pay him back
her for another girl.
I didn't stay long together.
She was right that something could have happened if I had gone that way.
So parents say that something could have actually happened.
There's what it is. If you had stayed longer, something would have still happened.
Yes.
Even with Maria in the picture. Why do you think so?
Because
Some people is asking that,
I'm
does she think if she
very
had stayed
beautiful
longer,
girl.
something has
And
something have happened?
Yes. And
Even
secondly,
if
I think
Maria
I
was in
have
the picture,
all
she's saying
it
yes.
takes who I like a man I like.
That she's
Like
a
you
very
know.
fine girl,
Yes,
and I think she has all
I
it
would
takes
have
to
preferred.
take whoever she wants back.
Is it late?
Does it make
It's not
sense?
late. If I-
It doesn't make sense.
Can't be late.
Why she is
That's the
Jessica
thing.
is asking
He
her
doesn't
if
know,
it's
but
too
if I
late
want him, I'll get
or
him.
if it's late
I
to
said,
actually have him
I
back.
don't
And she's
know
saying
for
no,
that.
it's not late. If she wants him, she'll get him. A queen
She
and
wants
more.
to, she can get you. I like her confidence though. It's
Very
very
saying that
attractive.
he likes her
However,
confidence, that it's very
I'm not
attractive.
easy, baby. Jackie's an excellent
However,
woman,
he's
lady.
not an
To be
easy
completely honest with you,
man.
she's a fantastic woman. She's a sweetheart. I
So my
appreciate
friend
her
is
having
saying
my
that
back.
Jackie
We're actually
is a
really good
sweetheart and a
friends.
fantastic
To be
person.
completely honest with you, we're excellent friends. And I know it sounds
And they are
like a cover
excellent
up or
friends.
whatever.
I
It's
mean,
really
Michael
not.
and Jackie.
But I say that to say this as well. We're willing to stay focused on what we actually have going on and not be tilted and swayed by the public perception. You know, whatever we're
So
doing in
Michael
real
is saying
life,
that
at
they
your
wanted to
pace.
focus
At
on
our
what they
pace.
had going, probably
The
their
reunion
friendship,
is about
and not
resolution,
allow
and we got
fans
some
get
hearts
into
melting
their heads or
apologies.
something.
Yeah.
I beg, gosh.
Sorry, I'm not embarrassed. I joke a lot, I know. You get smile.
So Sabi is
So
telling
what
they
about
got to
just
start. She's
about-
like,
Yeah, my fault,
You are-
my fault. I'm sorry. Forgive me for it. Wait, I'm not apology accepted.
Small.
yeah, guys, asking them if apology is accepted.
I apologize, honestly, for putting my mind, for describing me not ugly. You're gorgeous, you're a beautiful woman, and you know that.
Okay, so
I
Courage
apologize.
apologized to and that she's gorgeous. And she's a beautiful,
Honestly,
beautiful woman. Ah.
I'm sincerely sorry. If you really, really felt any form of way in the voice note, I
Also,
said,
Plus is apologizing
I
to
just wanted to let you know
Sasuke that if
honestly,
she
sincerely,
felt
if
any
you had
way
told her
because of
I
the
did
voice
care about you. I
that
did care about
for
you.
him, he
Yeah,
still care
yes,
about
I
her.
did.
Please, why is
Yes, I
Sasuke
did.
forming
But unfortunately, things didn't work out the way it was going to happen.
mature? Better talk to because you know it's the only place you can
I'm
be
sorry
into
that
say
that
don't
voice
come and be
made you
forming
feel like
mature.
any kind of
Better
way
say your
made
mind.
you offended. Please, it was not my intention to say those
So
harsh words.
Chris is
If you
saying
thought
that
it
it
harsh,
wasn't his
I honestly
intention
was just trying
to
to
hurt.
explain to whoever set me up that there was nothing at that point of time going on. And it came out the way it came out, and I'm sorry about that. You have your thing going for you. As I say, you're an amazing woman, and I wish you the best. Okay?
So Chris is wishing Sasuke the best.
Suboma, I'm sorry. You feel like I did you wrong anyway. Please forgive me.
So
Say that,
Chris
please, I'm
is
sorry.
apologizing
If
to
that in any way, I'm
Oma
very sorry.
and also tell
That's
her
all.
if
And when
anything she
was
said
like,
affected him.
but not that I liked you, if you got anything, whatever, I'm sorry.
So she's
I'm
apologizing
very
to
sorry,
White
bro. I
Money.
just, I came out to so much pains. I came out to so much madness. Like I didn't speak to my grandma for 4 months because of this. I was raised by my grandma and everything because she kept saying, they say you took somebody's wife and stuff like that.
Oma is
I didn't
saying
do
that it was so much pain for him outside the house and he couldn't speak to his grandma for 4 months because she kept saying, oh, they said you took somebody's wife. So Queen and Boma are hugging each other.
This one is real.
Aww, Queen is hugging all of the housemates she had issues with. And it feels like, okay, let's say this is going to be some kind of reunion.
In their worst,
that
in their
is
best, when they're happy, when they're sad. You see them
just coming out.
truthfully. You see them for what they are. There's no makeup. There's no shoe. There's nothing. It's just them being there. How else can you find love?
Okay. So Saga is saying that in the house for him some love were real because there was no makeup, there was no anything, all of them were just being real and they were just being there, and how else can you find love? So yes, so that's just all. Let's wait for them to bring it up. Yes, and again, it's still coming up, their advert or whatever. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on your notification button. And don't forget to also follow us on Instagram at fklef.tv. My name is Kelomon, and you can also follow me on Instagram at official Kelomon. I almost forgot my handle. So yes, basically, well, I would love to give you guys a short recap of what has been happening. Previously, and okay, it's just Angel, the whole Angel cross thing, Sasuke cross thing, and yes, before I forget, I feel like Beatrice's confession in today's episode really shows why she probably does not like Maria because she likes Pere. Okay, she likes Pere, and then 3 days after, I was expecting Pere to run after her, and then Pere is going after another woman. With big yarn, fair face, and all of that. So maybe it makes sense now why Beatrice just doesn't like Maria. Is it normal? I don't know. But to an extent, I feel like ladies, yeah, wahala. So it's just fun and it's annoying seeing all of those things they're doing on the show. At least they're trying to trash it out now, but it doesn't look like Beatrice and Maria will ever trash it out because Beatrice just said she will still go after Pere. And well, I would have said Maria would not like that, but then she has a man already. According to her, she has a man already. She wouldn't care, but I don't think they would ever make good friends or something. And so Tega and Sammy, I don't really know, it's just about chicken. And Sammy refused to mention the names of the people that told him that okay, Tega was the one that ate chicken, or Tega was not the one that ate chicken. And they were like, we should move on. Tega said, are you mad? We are not moving on. We are dying here. You will tell me the people. But then Sammy didn't mention anything. And then to Angel and Cross, Angel is saying that she has always been there for Cross. I cooked for you. She just kept mentioning where she cooked for. She cooked for him. So Mama did not let us rest. And Cross is saying that he's not want to start saying this is what I did for you. This is what I did for you. If she doesn't value the friendship to see what he actually did for her, then it's fine. And Uncle also said some days what Angel was doing in the house was what she also brought outside the house, because some days he just want to take her out, some days, and he's trying to reach her. She's not reachable. It's not his fault. Please leave the poor boy in good place.
In this moment to appreciate.
So let's continue.
The winner of the season. There were 26 of you, and you guys were in there. You know how hard it was to run this race. Whatever the narrative is, whatever they talk about strategy, I believe you should go into a show like this with a strategy.
To appreciate the winner, because at least they were 26 and they know what it takes to actually win this kind of show, no matter what the narrative is.
I'm taking the title, so.
It's time to clap for white money.
Even though we know it's inside the money,
so you guys say even though we know it's inside the money,
congratulations. We all know it wasn't an easy ride. But like I said, we want to end this on a happy note.
So you guys saying we want to end everything on a very happy note.
Pleasant place. I just want to find out what was the best part of being on this show for you guys.
So you guys asking the husband what the best part of the show was. Go, no. These people are not doing this. Oh my God, I feel like, okay.
Being away from the rest of the world.
Okay, so Sasuke, for her, being away from the rest of the world was the best moment for her. Like being away from the internet and all
because we focus a lot on, the baggage that comes with it. But with yourself now,
so you guys saying that it's like people focus on the baggage that comes with being in the house.
Always
But now
love the
want to see
reunion show for
part
one
of
thing,
it.
because
Or
I
wait
see
for
your
the show
profile
like
before you
that.
get on stage on the live show, then I see you on the live show, and I know what the life is there. Then when you guys come back for this, it's always so interesting when I see the, people are now like very.
Okay, so you guys saying that when they are coming to the house, they are different, and after the house is always finding it and missing it. They are all trying to be classy
And it made me
and all of
smarter,
that.
wiser, like the shiny eye.
So you just said saying that the platform made him wiser and brighter.
Jackie, you've talked
just
about
like
how many
shining
times you
your eye. Like
auditioned for the show. How many times have you auditioned?
Twice.
Twice. This was the second time.
Yeah.
So Jackie
What
saying
did
that
you
she has
want to get out of the
auditioned
show?
twice.
And has it
So Ebuka is asking her why she really wanted
what
to
you
get on the
thought?
show.
Because I've had conversations here off air about, I thought these fan stories were fake. I can't remember who said it. About buying things for you guys or sending you gifts.
Okay, so Ebuka is asking them about the whole thing of buying
How
gifts
has that been for you?
how has it been for
First of
Jackie?
all, the first question, which was why did I want to go into the house? Honestly, for me, it was personal growth.
So Jackie
for a while,
saying the reason she really wanted to go into the house was because of personal growth.
I love to stay in my little box. I like being around people that I'm comfortable with. So just being in a house with, in my case, 25 other people that I've never met before.
Okay, so basically she just wanted to
and the challenges I've watched people for many years. I've seen how they really it's almost like training, like you said. Like,
so she just
it's like people that is training for so many things, so many realities of life, especially in Nigeria. So I just really wanted to challenge myself. Honestly, it was a challenge for me. And I've grown so much, mentally, emotionally. I know people say how I have a lot of emotional, stress. I honestly let a lot of it being in the house as well. I'm thankful for that. And yes, it's very real. We've all gained fans, that
so Jackie saying that the whole fan thing is
so much
very
for
real.
we don't even explain it sometimes, and it's true. They don't give us tips, all these things.
She's saying
And
that
it's
sometimes they
amazing.
can't
And
even
I'm sure we're all very
explain
thankful for that as well.
Yeah.
Because it just
Yeah.
happens.
I want to talk about making friends.
Nicola wants to talk about making
you go on a
friends.
show like this, you are going to live with strangers for the most part. And then you also wonder, is it actually possible to make friends?
So you can
I think
say
over
that
5
it's
seasons we've had 2
possible
weddings.
to make friends.
And a baby, or 2, I'm not sure. But, I'm just wondering, in such a short time, do you actually make strong enough connections to, find true friendships in a place like this? Because it's such a strange world.
Yeah.
Being in there, most people can never really understand what it means to live in a space like that, Do you make those sort of real connections in that place?
Yeah, it's possible, For me, I believe because you're in the house and there's no you have connections to the outside world, and your real self is trying to come out. No matter how you try to keep your composure and everything, for 72 days in that 72 days, maybe 2 days or 10 days, that real self will show.
Well, you
to come out, So, and I feel on that, okay, yeah, and I make friends in the house, that I know for life, these people, they got my back, I got your back and stuff, so it's possible.
Yeah, I always wonder when you're in the house, even though I try to remind you guys a lot, if you appreciate the fact that this is actually a once in a lifetime experience. Sometimes when you come out, you're like, you look back and wonder, this thing, you might never relive it again. It's such a unique experience. I want to come to you, Angel. When you're in the house, do you realize ever, looking back now, how big a deal this is, how unique an experience this is for you guys?
Personally, I feel like a lot of things happen in the house. We had that, and there was the drama. So you're not really in the moment. You're just,
trying to just get through
going through the motions and everything that's happening. So, the finale of the show, I remember after Big Brother spoke to us and everything, when his voice went off, I was thinking, I forgot to tell Big Brother that I would miss him. Because now that I'm outside of the house, sometimes if I hear Shiva, I'm just this is so much intense should have lived in the moments more and experienced everything that you needed to experience.
Yeah.
But for me, I didn't think or realize how unique the experience was until that finale when I was like, I should have told Big Brother that, I miss him. Because like now seated here, like I do miss him. Like sometimes.
And he's not here.
Yeah, 7 a.m. nobody wakes me up with and all those noises. And no one tells me Angel report to the diary room or microphone checks or any of that. So yeah.
So like it's something
I didn't go energy. So if your energy is good to me, I reciprocate it.
So basically, the summary of just what happened there was okay. First, it was Jackie talking about the reason she wanted to go into the house. She said the reason she wanted to go into the house was because number one, she's a very quiet person. I mean, she's always on her own. She doesn't like wahala and all of that. But going for Big Brother Nigeria was just like a way to challenge herself, to just see if she can do better, to build herself emotionally and psychologically, basically. And that was just the reason she went for Big Brother Nigeria. It's probably not because of the money. But if the money had entered, I feel like it's a plus. And yeah, she said she auditioned twice. I'm still looking for an housemate that auditioned once too, and just like that, So yes, and she also talked about the fact that they received gifts, because Ebuka asked her, is it real? Like the way people take it, that some people feel like it's not true or something. And she said that she feels like it's very, very true. She said it's very true that the love is so unreal, even though they can be so extra sometimes. And although the love sometimes she's always feeling like they themselves find it so unbelievable. And then Ebuka asked Yusef, and Yusef said that the house has really built him emotionally, psychologically, mentally, and it made him smarter and brighter. I mean, if you go for Big Brother Nigeria, you don't have sense. You cannot have sense. Okay, you can still have sense. So he said that the whole thing was just like, okay, yes, shine your eye, shine your eye. That was just basically the whole thing. And Queen also talked about the fact that in the house it was just like not a live in the moment thing. Not maybe for her, it was just like, okay, let me just try and get past all of these things. I mean, it's just there. It was just there, not really enjoying and living the moment. So she said, but at the finale, that was when she realized that okay, she's actually going to miss this and should have probably enjoyed the moment more. And it was then it also occurred to her that she planned on telling Big Brother that okay, yes, I'm going to miss you, but she forgot. And at the finale, it was just like, wow, nobody's going to wake up at 7 a.m. again. Nobody is waking up with train. Wait, how does Big Brother wake them up? Is it not good morning or what? Clap, whistle, noise. Okay. okay. So he said no one is telling them to go for what's this thing? You get workout and all of that. So that was just basically what she misses. That was just it for her. I mean, I feel like all of them just have almost the same thing to say. And so Ebuka is okay. So that's just I think Ebuka is just trying to ask all of them the good part of being on the show, because most times people tend to focus on the bad parts and all of that. So coming up, I think Ebuka is going to ask JMK about her own experience. So let's see how that goes. Let's continue.
Yeah. Yes, is it easy though? I feel like a lot of people's experiences would be that, where you're in the competition, so you're not necessarily appreciating the experience. Is it ever possible to live in the moment? Even though you might get reminded a lot, maybe by me or by Big Brother or whoever it is while you're in the house, but is it easy to remember to live in the moment?
In the house, emotions are heightened, like for everyone. And, it's very, it's rare, but you know that
you are in something that is bigger than you. Everyone is aware about that. But like to actually hibernate your emotions and focus on the moment is a little bit tedious and just like let me get this and let me get through tomorrow, because like there is a feeling that is more important than whatever is going on in the house. We already made up our mind, or we are prepared for that. The fact that getting into the house, nobody is actually ready, because you get into the house and you're like, these people,
because you don't know what to expect.
Exactly.
Sorry for the
like the moment was like, because of the way the house is made and everything, more of like emotions, more important. Yeah.
I would talk happy memories. Peace. When you look back in the house.
Oh no.
It could be memory from the party. It could be something someone cooked. What do you look back in the house and just realize, oh wow, that was actually a great time or moment?
I think just experiencing people, because I mean, to be honest, I feel like there are very few people in the house that I can say I experienced. It's different from just, getting to know someone on a shallow level. I think it's just understanding the different individuals and just, making friendships, just having a different perspective to life, because that's how we all are. Like, we see life from different angles. Just, having those conversations with certain people in the house, sometimes you just feel like a little joking there, just laugh about it. Those moments just pop in my head, and I won't just stop smiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think something I mentioned earlier about, being sort of overwhelmed by the experience and, being around people you probably never really thought you would be around. But I'm not asking you the question. JMK, how weird is it? Or interesting, maybe not weird. People you probably would never have been people you probably would never have crossed paths with. Maybe you had a notion of what your friends would look like. But a show like this brings you together, and you actually are hanging out with this person and enjoying their company. Where did you have that?
Not really.
Yeah.
I'm a people person, and I live off energy. So if your energy is good to me, I reciprocate it. So I feel like everyone here is amazing, and outside world, I'll definitely be friends with anybody if their energy is good to me. So I'm not the one to pick friends off social status or physical attributes or economic status. I just go with the vibe you give to me. So definitely anybody here would be my friend in the outside world.
Yeah. Irene, you have been a fan of this show for, at least that I know, at least 15 years. You've watched the show. How different is it being a fan and being on the show? What surprised you the most? Because if you watch the show so long, you feel like sometimes you probably thought it was easy. What's wrong with these people saying, What was the biggest difference for you or shock for you?
I think that just because of the way I approach things and how I think, I definitely never ever thought it was easy. But I always, maybe what intensifies for me is how much of a social experiment it is. Like, when you're outside and you're on the opposite side of the camera and you're a fan and you're just like watching people, you relate to the show differently. Like, I think this is one of the most beautiful and incredible things about this show is it is almost just as much about the fans and the audience as it is about the housemates. It's always incredible to me, and I like the fact that it can't really be duplicated. The result you get is as a result of the specific combination of people, and again, like I said, the society, like where we are, just like the climate of the earth, like where we are, just like outside, even it affects like how we react to the show as fans or
What is that you talking about?
This was something I thought about a lot with how you guys, what you guys enjoyed better. The Friday nights at the jacuzzi or the Saturday parties?
Oh gosh.
Who prepared Friday?
I think.
Okay, sorry for the break and pass.
You drank more Saturday.
Okay, you drank more Saturday.
Why did you prepare Friday, Saturday?
It was more in a closed place, and we can't really like go out every single time. So we all have to be there, and we have to let the DJ play.
And there was an open bar.
And it was an open bar. So it was like the better space for everyone to just have a good time. But once in a pool party, you can always go out, come back. It's very, very open. It's just like having like barbecue.
Yeah.
Like you're chilling with your friends. But I wanted to go clubbing. So clubbing was more or less like,
so you felt like you were
out in the club. So the first Saturday where we were all there, everything can happen there because it's an enclosed place.
Yeah. Why did you prefer Friday football?
I love Friday because it's very comfortable, and then you have all the girls. I mean, it's a beautiful aesthetic, you know.
You just like bikini.
Hey! Okay, so.
What would you do differently?
It's the best thing you ever asked for. Think about it. In the real world, you have so many bills to pay.
Okay, so let me just quickly give you guys is this summary of recap of what happened this minute. So Ebuka is asking the housemates how it feels like in the house and probably how it feels outside the house. So he asked, is it Sammy or earrings? Earrings or Sammy? Earrings. Okay, so Ebuka asked earrings what it feels like in the house and what he thinks about it. So earrings said that for him in the how is it like probably does he think that the housemates were living in the moment, or does he think that they were just going with the flow? And Yeri said for him it's not not really about living in the moment, because at that point emotions were heightened and you don't really know what to do. Some days some things are happening and you just want to get past that day. So, and it was just okay, let me just leave. And some days it feels like, oh yes, this is it, this is what I want. And that was just it for him. So basically for earrings, it's more like, okay, I was living in the moment, I was trying to like just survive, I'm okay and I'm fine and all of that. So and Ebuka asked JMK that what does he feel like being in that house with people that you probably have never thought you would ever be friends with, and people you never thought you would ever meet, or especially if you have spec of friends and then you're coming to the house to meet someone that is the opposite of your spec, or you see someone that is the opposite of your spec, and how does it feel like being friends with those kind of people? And JMK said for her, she doesn't really become friends with people based on status quo or anything, or maybe body or financial status or anything. As long as you give her the kind of vibe she wants, as long as your energy matches her energy, as long as you don't bring any, she's just all about good vibes. She's cool with anybody, and that's just what JMK had to say. That she's fine with any kind of friends that come to her. She's fine with anything that comes, and as long as your energy is good. So Ebuka asked Amio. Ebuka now asked Ami that she's been a fan of the show for a very, very long time. That how does it feel being in the house? I mean, how does it feel being a fan and then you now have to watch? You have to watch. and then being an housemate where she is at the moment. Hey God, I didn't understand the English that Ari was speaking. I didn't understand. The question was simple. How does it feel like when you were outside? How does it feel like being an housemate? Next thing Ari said, the climate, the climate something. So I didn't understand that English. So I'm sure you guys saw it too. So I didn't understand what was going on there. Mama just kept saying, okay, the climate, climate. So now it's starting next, and Ebuka is asking them questions. So follow me, and you guys should watch now.
I've always argued this thing amongst all these people.
Because I ask this not because I'm trying to shade you. I want to find out this, but people always say, and even you guys who said it here, it's not the real world.
Yeah, I agree.
Emotions are heightened. You're seeing this person every minute. So it's not realistic. So why do you say yes?
As I said, I've argued this thing a lot in the house. It's not like I just developed the opinion outside the house. I've always had this opinion since I was in the house. And I never watched the show before, so that was like my first hand experience. And the fact is, you get to know people for who they are. You see them in their worst, in their best, when they're happy, when they're sad. You see them truthfully. You see them for what they are. There's no makeup, there's no there's nothing. It's just them being there. How else can you find love? Really? Could be Africa's #1 little boy, so I'm done.
So Saga is saying that the house, fine, emotions are always heightened, but then you get to see this housemate for who they really are. No makeup, sometimes they are just there, you are just seeing them for who they are. And then it feels like that's the purest way to just find love. I mean, how best you want to find love.
Coming to the game.
And it's a lover boy.
How hard a combination? Because that's one thing I always struggle with. Understanding why it's so emotional for you guys. If this was the first season of Big Brother, I would get it. But I always wonder, you're coming on a show, you know this is literally one of the cores of the show. And you guys go in there, please give me 2 names, or whatever it is you say. And I'm seeing this, why does it get so hard in there?
Well, because for one, you're living with people and you get to see these people all the time. Connections are built over time in that short period of time that you've been, amongst these people. So you're looking at it like, I don't want to call this person because I have a connection with this person. But then sometimes you're left with no choice but to do the obvious and call the few people you have connections with. So it hurts. Especially knowing that there's a possibility. Huh?
He got to win you.
Oh, we did. There are a few people here that I nominated that it really hurt. And especially knowing that when you call those names and you nominate them, there's a high possibility that they'll be addicted. And that's one of the reasons I saved on Broadway. That one we go nowhere. So, yeah.
Thanks. That was so early for me to leave.
Well, I'm glad you stayed because that drama was watching. I'm sorry.
That was so early in the show.
Thank you. Okay, I want to come to the reunion now. Meaning, the reunion is always a big talking point for a lot of people. Even you guys. I know how many people I've met over the last couple of months from here. And by the third conversation, it's like, you got that easy, They are already talking about the reunion show. So over the last couple of days, I always say it's almost impossible to cover everything.
Yeah.
But do you find that this has been worth it? Generally.
Yeah, Ebuka, like I always say, nothing prepares you for the experience of Big Brother. Sometimes you feel like you have it all figured out. But then, as you get on the show, it's different. And I think this reunion has helped a lot of us on board. So maybe we've had, like, for example, Irene and I. So, like, I think...
You were just for me.
So, I feel like it has helped personally helped me and Irene. So I think it will help a lot of people find closure, air their opinions, maybe certain narrative they want to change. So yes, I think, of course, that's great, yeah.
Yeah. Beatrice, with the reunion, it's, like I said, it's almost impossible to cover everything, but you guys also evolve a lot between when the show ends and this. What has been the best part of the reunion for you over the last couple of days?
The fact that I had the chance to, I had the chance because I think I've cleared everything I had in my mind. I had the chance to change narratives. I had the chance to speak my mind, talk to people the way I wanted and clear the air. So right now I think that I'm light inside and I can say that I'm cool with anyone that's cool with me. Yeah.
A lot of people that are not cool. So, who would do this again?
All thanks, Biggie, all thanks.
Michael, why would you do it again?
Well, I'll do it again.
Because a lot of you have talked about the trauma of it.
Sure.
But why would you want to go back to that?
I mean, trauma is a part of life still to me. I think you just go through whatever you gotta go through, Get your accolades, get your power-ups, and move on with life. But the reason why I'll do it again is, I'll do it again, but I'll do it a bit differently. I'll actually start the show on the first night.
You think that was
Guys, don't forget to subscribe to the
definitely.
YouTube channel. And don't forget to put on your notification button to get more notifications from us because we have more notifications
2006, I was big for that.
on the channel. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at fklef.tv.
Sure, yeah. He literally won. That's all. So I get you, but it's also happened where in your house before. Yeah, Princess, would you do it again? Why not? You've not recovered.
Exactly.
Why would you do it again? See? Okay, let me change the question. What would you do differently? Now you're talking. So I went into the San. For Ebuka, this time I'll definitely make my plans, of course. Now you know, because my money did, he made his videos, his trenches. You know the vibe already. Too much experience. Documenting that, so of course I'll strategize properly, then come in and be myself again. What did you want to say?
Me going back? Definitely. I'm going to go back 100%.
Why? What would you do differently?
It's the best thing you ever asked for. Think about it. In the real world, you have so many bills to pay. House rent. You have money. This day, actually, every day, they're busy. But when you go into it here, you have free life 24 hours.
But they say yes, people say yes, no.
Good, let it be cold. Yeah, I don't mind. You have food 24 hours. Yes, it's the best holiday you can ever ask for. Think about it. Yeah,
You didn't know that though when you were there.
did I know?
You appreciate the moments when you were there.
Of course I
You just
enjoyed
want to go back and enjoy
it.
it now.
Oh no, I enjoyed every moment of that place. I enjoyed it.
I think we give it.
We
can actually believe that.
From the morning to the night, every day I was enjoying it. Every day I see it again. Because I would love to go back there again. Yes, no.
Okay, so guys, just giving you guys like a recap or summary of everything that just happened here. Is if I asking the housemates things they would have probably loved to do differently, things they would have not want to do, and all of that. So parent talked about the fact that the first person that talked was okay. Okay. First of all, before we move to the recap, is trying to show the housemates their dresses at the reunion, and they are all looking. People can actually do that when they say this is the best dressed set ever. I mean, they killed it from the beginning to the end. Damn! Oh my god! Oh my god! I mean, they really tried. So yeah.
But truly, our best dressed season.
We didn't lie.
You guys have looked smashing. You have killed it completely. I have to give it to you guys. It's been a very long journey. Some of you started auditioning in, was it May 2021 or April? March. Oh wow, so we've come full circle. Over a year, the journey has been going on, and this is, it's not goodbye, but I'll say it's more thank you to you guys for giving us an amazing season. For whatever the impression out there is, I still always reiterate the fact that this was a record-breaking season. We had never crossed 1 billion votes, but we did for the first time. So thanks to you guys. It was also our first season in 5 years without a disqualification. So, some people came close. But I mean, I think that's is testament to the fact that the word entertainment can be redefined, and the word drama can be redefined. It doesn't have to be about, you know, what people think drama means. You guys came through for us, and we thank you for giving us an amazing season. I think we are all wishing you guys all the best. I'm looking forward to seeing more of this, the success, you know, the growth. A lot of you are probably still going to segue into other things that you are not even sure you would at this point, but it's going to be very fulfilling, hopefully, to see the growth that's going to come from all of this, more friendships. I know we've not been able to resolve everything, but at least I want to believe a lot of, you know, a lot of you have offloaded, which I think is always very important. So thanks for killing the show. Wish you all the very best. And of course, to your fans who've been to season this week as well, thank you guys for all you're doing. And hopefully you stick with us. And like I said, this isn't goodbye, this is more thank you. And cheers. Cheers. I'll see you next time. Look into my eyes.
Okay, that is the end of the Big Brother Naija Season 6 reunion. So basically, the whole thing that just happened at the last chapter of the whole thing is the housemate talking about what they would have probably done better and if they would love to go on the show again. And Cross is saying that yes, they would probably love to go on the show again because no better feeling, the food is free, 247 life, because in the outside world they would have to pay bills and all of that. So most of them are just really grateful for the journey and all of that. So as you all can see, that's just the end for everything. I believe you also, so I feel like there's really no need for much recap again. So yes, that's just the end. So I'll just implore you guys to subscribe to the YouTube channel, as this is not the only thing we do on this channel. We have other educative shows and, you know, skits here and there that we drop on the channel most times. And of course, season 7 is nothing, and we'll be here to give you everything you need for the season. You can just stay tuned and just subscribe so you wouldn't have to miss out when we start dropping things. And yes, so the most important one, put on your notification button so you can get our notification all the time. And yes, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Fklef.tv. My name is Kikelomo, and you can also follow me on Instagram at official_Kikelomo_. Thank you for joining and have a great night.